All right, so this is my review of the Mom Cozy wearable breast pump. There's really, in my mind, 3 different kinds of pumps. You have your electric pumps that plug into the wall. You have your portable pumps. Those are pumps like the Baby Buddha, the Pumpables Genie Advance, the Freemie. It's a pump that still connects to your traditional flanges. And then you have your wearable pumps, the LV, the Willow, the Mom Cozy, any of the pumps that kind of look like this that really just have the motor on top of your collection cups that are supposed to sit in the bra so you can pump and go. In general, these are great little pumps for moving milk. I never recommend a wearable pump as your primary pump. In general, these wearable pumps can do a good job of moving milk, but they often leave milk behind in the breast. We know from a functional perspective, if you're leaving milk behind in the breast, it tells your body you don't need that milk and your milk will eventually go away. So these are great little pumps for moving milk frequently, for on-the-go pumping when you can't sit down and be plugged into the wall. But I never recommend a wearable pump as your primary pump. I never recommend a wearable pump when you're straight out of delivery trying to bring in a milk supply, or if you're an exclusive pumper, because they just don't efficiently empty. Now that said, this Mom Cozy is actually a pretty decent little pump. So compared to the Willow and the LV, which are hard plastic, the Mom Cozy actually has this soft silicone on the back. So it can be quite comfortable to pump with because the breast is actually touching the silicone that gives a little give and massage. The difficulty with these kinds of pumps is if you have a really elastic nipple, this flange tunnel is quite short. So you may bottom out your nipple too far into this flange if you have a really elastic nipple. With these wearable pumps, flange inserts do work in here, so you can shrink the diameter, but you can't increase the length. These wearable pumps also have intake valves at the back where the suction is generated. So if you block that intake valve, you won't get any suction, so the pump won't work. So you have to be careful that you're not covering that suction intake. Another thing to remember is that these wearable pumps pull differently than a traditional pump that plugs into the wall, where the motor is separate from the flanges. So these usually have a straight suction with very little vibration, so it will feel like your nipple is just being tugged and pulled. So some people who've pumped on a traditional pump may find the flanges that are separate from the pump more comfortable than when it's all one piece and one unit. So again, these are great little pumps for on-the-go pumping. They're great if you don't want to sit and be chained to the wall. If your goal is just to frequently be moving milk for little top-up bottles, for your stash, for maintaining milk supply, these can be great pumps. Not my best recommendation for a primary pump because again, it can leave milk behind, which will eventually decrease your supply. So this is the Mom Cozy. It's a nice, decent little pump that will move milk. Not the best primary pump, but it can feel more comfortable because of these soft silicone inserts than your traditional LV or Willow that are plastic. Now you know.